What's happening, team players? My name is Vish and welcome back to the channel. This is my match reaction to Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal in the Premier League. It was Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0. Just jumping straight into it. Wasn't really a good game. I mean, there were chances. Were they being taken? Not really. The amount of balls that were being sort of through, like, you know, going from one side to the box or the other. Was there anyone at the end of it? There was people at the end of it. It just wasn't getting on target. There were so many chances in the first half that we thought, you know, that looks like it should be a goal. They were that close. You know, Martinelli had a ball crossed in. And it hit sort of like the inside of his heel, and it just dragged it across to the other side of the post. And you know, there was quite a few occasions where that happened, or there was just no one in there to sort of get on the end of the ball and get it into the net, which was really, really frustrating, because if there was and we took those chances, then, you know, we could have been 2-3-0 up, you know, in the first half. Which is really annoying, because earlier on in the day, Manchester United beat Manchester City 2-0. And, you know, this was our opportunity to get a 9-point gap between us and Manchester City and Aston Villa, which was very, very much needed. Don't get me wrong, we got a point, so we got something. But at this stage where, you know, we're in the second half of the season now, we're looking to try and actually win the Premier League, we need to be getting the maximum points. We need to be getting on the end of these crosses that are going into the box. We need to be putting them into the net. It's so frustrating. You know, we had so much possession in that first half that we had to have had a goal, and it just didn't happen. Madueke on the right was doing so much over on that side. But whenever the ball was just sort of going into the middle and then going into the box, there was just no end product. And it was just so frustrating to see, because we should be having that product now. Whether if it's, you know, trying to get the ball over to Gyökeres, or Martinelli's waiting on the other side, or vice versa, that Martinelli's passing the ball into the box and either Odegaard or Gyökeres or Madueke or someone is in there to just sort of, you know, again, it's similar to one of the videos I did a few weeks ago where, you know, just take a shot, even if it's outside of the box. Like, we've proven over the last few games that if you was to take a shot out of the box, they can go in. And for some reason, it's like every other game, they just forget that. So they try and walk it in. It's sort of like Arsenal style of about sort of 10, 15 years ago. And it's like we sort of got out of that phase, which was really, really good to see, because we got the players that could just smash them in. But every now and then it's just like, no, they try and play it safe and they try and pass the ball in. And it's like they need to, they try that for the whole game. It's not as if they try it for the first half and then go, right, it's not working, let's just start taking shots. They just don't do that, which is really, really frustrating. You know, even the substitutes in the second half, you know, we made quite a few. Did they make much of a difference? Not really. There was a bit more energy. There was a bit more pace in the second half, but in sort of goal scoring terms, was there much? There wasn't really. There was a great shot that a header that Saka had the end of, but the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper Selzu did really, really well to save a lot of shots on target. You know, full stretch, fingertips onto the other side of the post, and it went out for a corner kick. So, you know, don't get me wrong, their goalkeeper was doing really, really well. But again, it was just so frustrating on our side. The penalty claim in the second half, where there was a potential handball, which, even though the camera was right there, in my opinion, was a penalty, because you could see he had his arm up and he stopped the ball from going out of play and dragging it back onto the pitch. and they were saying it's a natural position. I was thinking to myself, but it doesn't look that way. It looks like he's purposely done that to keep the ball in play, and then they could try and clear it. So how they got away with that, I think, personally, I think that was a bit stupid in my eyes. They showed me the penalty, and straight away I was like, that should be a penalty. But for some reason, it was they cleared it and it wasn't. So I thought that was a bit stupid, in my opinion. I mean, you let me know what your opinions on was it down below in the comments. So yeah, it was a very frustrating game for us as an Arsenal fan. It felt more of a win for Nottingham than it did for us. Like I said, I'm not complaining because at least we got a point, but we should have got 3 points today. It's as simple as that. We should have got 3 points. When other teams are not winning their games, we need to be taking the opportunity of our games, and we need to be getting the 3 points. But for some reason, it's so annoying when you know that the other teams have lost, so we need to win this game, and then we don't end up winning, and it's just very, very frustrating. So yeah, it was a bit of a meh sort of game, and you know what I mean by that. So yeah, that was my opinion on it. Hopefully, I mean, we got Champions League football in the week against Inter, which I'm hoping they're going to step it up a little bit. Inter's a very, a lot more of a serious team. So we need to be on our A game in that game. So fingers crossed that is going to be the case. Obviously, we'll find out in a few days. But yeah, with regards to the Premier League, they just need to get back on it. It's as simple as that. They need to be taking more opportunities. They need to be shooting a lot more, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, it's all nice playing the lovely football and trying to walk it in and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, just outside of the box, if there's no one around you and if there's no option, about, just take the shot. It's like I said, it's been proven on plenty of occasions that they go in. So, they can do it. I just don't know why they choose not to do it. But there we go. It is what it is. We got the point. We're still in first place. We're 7 points clear now from Manchester City. Aston Villa are playing tomorrow. So, we're going to see how that goes on. And we'll take it from there, really. And that's all I've got to say about that. But as always, let me know what your thoughts were on the comment. What do you think on that potential penalty? What do you think on the performance? Do you think it's 2 points dropped? Do you think we're okay to have a point out of that game? Let me know in the comments down below, as usual. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video as well, because it really does help me out, get the video out there a bit more. Just trying to grow the channel as much as I can. Hopefully you guys that are watching this are liking the videos. If not, let me know in the comments on what I could do better, what you guys want to see, what I should be talking about, all that sort of stuff. Any advice from you guys, will be taken in a positive manner. So please do let me know down below. Thank you very much once again for watching. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one.